free NFL videos. Free NFL videos here. Get your free NFL videos here at Chat Sports. If you are, though, seriously looking for just free videos around the NFL, here at Chat Sports, we got you covered. We drop a new video every single 3 hours. We just crossed 200,000 subs. Let's continue to grow this channel and keep these videos for free. So, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, hit that big red button that says subscribe. What is going on? Let's get into today's show. I got a ton, and I mean a ton, of NFL news and rumors to cover. What's the latest on Takk McKinley? Well, we knew that the Falcons released him on Monday, and he still has to clear waivers. The issue is, I don't think that Takk is going to end up clearing waivers. There's going to be teams that are reportedly very, very interested in him, and he hasn't signed with anyone yet. But let's get one thing straight. He is going to sign with an NFL team today. I am a firm believer in that because he's owed just $875K for the rest of the year. I mean, if you're an NFL team, what do you have to lose? New York Jets, you would be absolutely insane to not claim Takk since, guess what? You are the very first on the waiver wire. So let's look at Takk's season. Basically, I know it says 4 games. It's basically 2 games. He has battled some injuries, went on the field, went healthy. He has looked pretty productive. Now, he hasn't quite lived up to the first-round pick that the Atlanta Falcons were hoping for. And anytime you take an edge rusher, you're hoping for a little bit more than 17.5 sacks. Is he undersized? Yes, absolutely. Were there locker room issues? Yes, absolutely. But there is talent here. And you've seen by the amount of teams saying that, you know what, we are interested in this guy. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. He's going to end up going somewhere by the end of the day. You mark my words. So look into your crystal ball. Help me out. Help the entire Chat Sports team. Where do you think Takk McKinley is going to end up signing? Go down in the comments section below. Put down a team. Let me know what you're thinking, where Takk McKinley is going to end up signing. Let's talk about some injury updates here now on Christian McCaffrey. On Monday, Tom and I discussed his chances of playing were slim. Well, now it's confirmed. McCaffrey will not play Week 10 with a shoulder injury. And if you have him in fantasy, I can imagine that you're pretty frustrated because he missed Weeks 3 to 8 with an ankle. But he is going to see a second opinion. Now, you could say that that's good news that he wants his second opinion, but I'll say that it's bad news because anytime you hear an NFL player going to get a second opinion, you know, it's not looking so good. So Week 9, he ended up banging up that shoulder and was having a pretty good week going up against the Chiefs. 28 total touches, 69 nice rushing yards, 82 receiving yards, 2 total touchdowns. The fact that he can't play, that means it's going to be the Mike Davis show again. And if you guys do play fantasy football and Mike Davis is out on your waiver wire, seriously, go pick him up. Because when he's been on the field, he has been pretty freaking productive for this Carolina Panthers team. And I also want to make this note, because this is a very, very important note on Christian McCaffrey. He cannot go to the IR again. What does that mean? The new IR rules state, and it's simple. If an NFL player is on IR, you activate him, and then you want to send him to IR again, you can't do that. So basically, if the Carolina Panthers want to keep Christian McCaffrey on their team and wait for him to get healthy, they can do that. Their other option is sending him to IR, and if they do that, that's going to end his season. Now, today is Veterans Day, and I personally want to say thank you to all the veterans who serve out there. And if you know anybody, you know what? Drop their name down in the comments. Also, we got a crazy deal, up to 50% off on some of this stuff. Go to chatsports.com/salute. I will put that link. It'll be available for y'all in the comments section and in the description. But we got t-shirts, hats, long sleeve shirts. But the jerseys, y'all, we got some jerseys that are less than $50. There's a Jared Goff jersey, $49.99. There's a Baker Mayfield jersey, $53.99. There's an Aaron Donald jersey, under $60. Sure, it's from the 2019 jerseys, but I mean, if I told you right now that you can get that Jared Goff jersey and jerseys that look just like that for under $50, you'd be pretty interested. So again, go to chatsports.com/salute. Take advantage of this deal because it's only going to last today. More injury news to talk about here at the running back position. Joe Mixon. And Mixon hasn't played the last 2 weeks. The Cincinnati Bengals are also coming off their bye, and he just continues to deal with this foot injury. Now, Zach Taylor says that he's pleased with Mixon's progress. However, I think it's just coach speak for not really knowing where his star running back is 100% at. Now, he hasn't quite been the Joe Mixon that we've seen in the past. A lot of that has to do, I'll say, with the Bengals' offensive line. But 119 carries, 428 yards, 3.6 yards per carry. He does have 3 rushing touchdowns. He also has a receiving touchdown. We know that he's a dynamic running back. But here at Chat Sports, we like to ask questions that maybe other channels don't. Or we want our viewers to be interactive with us because that's what makes sports awesome. So is Joe Mixon a top 10 running back? Give me a Y for yes, or I want you to type N for no. For me, Joe Mixon is not a top 10 running back, and the reasons are this. He has never really been able to stay fully healthy. Is he a good between the tackles runner? Yes. Can he catch the football? Absolutely. But I actually think right now we are spoiled in the NFL with the amount of talented running backs there are out there. I'm not ripping on Joe Mixon. I'm just simply stating he's not a top 10 running back. All right, we got more news that happened today. Johnathan Joseph, he was released by the Tennessee Titans last week. Well, now he's got a new home with the Arizona Cardinals. And now what exactly does he bring to this team? He's going to be able to bring 15 years of NFL experience. That helps. And I understand that he's a little bit older. I don't know why Dylan's laughing at me. It's probably because I still don't have a voice from last week. But he really hasn't been as bad as I think as a lot of people were saying Johnathan Joseph was for the Titans. 29 tackles this year, 5 pass breakups and an interception. But the numbers that I really want to be able to show you guys are his coverage stats because he was targeted 34 times this season. He gave up 22 catches, 297 receiving yards, and a touchdown. That's about 13.5 yards per average. Now, the reason why I think this is a pretty interesting move is because obviously the NFC West is a very, very tough division right now. The Cardinals are coming off a 34-31 loss to the Miami Dolphins. And as it stands, I mean, they are right here in this playoff picture. They're right here in the NFC West standings. But I do think this is interesting. Point differential. And I like looking at point differential because I think it tells maybe sometimes a more complete story of how good or how bad a team is. So Seattle's 6-2, but they're plus 31. Plus 31 is impressive. But Arizona at plus 54 is the team that you should not sleep on. And the fact that they continue to bolster this defense, again, let's keep an eye on it. So who's going to end up winning this division? If you think it's going to be the Seattle Seahawks, I want you to type SEA. They are 6-2. Maybe it's going to be the team Johnathan Joseph just signed with, the Arizona Cardinals. Type ARI. The LA Rams, they're sitting there also at 5-3. Type LAR if you think it's them. If you think it's going to be the 49ers, you can type SF. For me, I am going to continue to type my SCA because the one guy that is the trump card here, it's Russell Wilson. Antonio Brown, I feel like Bruce Arians is so snip, snap to steal a line from Tom on Antonio Brown. But there was a report that a lot of people simply blew out of the water where it wasn't that big of a deal. Bruce Arians flat out said that he wants less playing time for Antonio going forward. Now, he played in 39 snaps this past week. But the reason why he played in 39 snaps is because it was an absolute blowout where the Saints put up 38 points and it was like 31-0 in a blink of an eye, and the Buccaneers had the pass. They ran the football, I believe, only 4 times, had 9 rushing yards, which is an absolute joke. So I get that the quote was exactly like, yes, Bruce Arians said that Antonio Brown, he wants less playing time for him. What he actually was saying was that he hopes that his team isn't in a 38-3 hole going forward, and all they have to do is pass. Let's face it, this is a football team. They have Leonard Fournette. They have Ronald Jones, who have both been running the football well. They want to run the football, and that means less snaps for Antonio Brown. So I'm curious here. Are you guys rooting for AB? Type AB for yes or type FAB for no. I know some people, not going to mention names, producer Dylan, was excited about the Antonio Brown first down catch where he's dropping the ball. I don't give a shit about Antonio Brown. You know I'm typing FAB, but let me know. Are you giving me an AB or an FAB? Now, we do have a few minutes left here in today's show, and again, if you made it this far, give me a like. We would appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And again, chatsports.com/salute if you want some gear. Here's the current NFC playoff picture. It's pretty close. I'm curious on how this one shakes out. I also want to show you guys the AFC playoff picture before I take a deep dive into Stephen A. Smith's top 5 teams. Now, I go on YouTube very frequently, obviously, right? I mean, that's what we do here. and I look at some other channels, I see what other people are saying. I saw Stephen A. Smith's top 5 NFL teams, and we just simply didn't have the time this week at Chat Sports to be able to do our power rankings. So I'm curious on what y'all have to say about Stephen A.'s top 5. He's got the Chiefs at 8-1, the Bills at 7-2, Saints 6-2 at number 3, the Steelers, and then the Packers. I have no problem whatsoever with the Chiefs, and I really don't have a problem with the Saints, the Steelers, or the Packers being in the top 5. But Bills at number 2? I don't know, man. That's a little bit of a stretch to me. So I'm curious. Give me your thoughts on Stephen A. Smith's top 5 teams. Scroll on down to the comments section and let me know.